it's really hard not to take things personally, because we actually love to take things personally. We like to think that that person stumbles and, you know, cannot talk properly just because they're near us and they, you know, like us. Or if a person that you like wrote a song or poem or something like that and uploaded on their social media, and you're like, that's totally about me. That's totally about me. They wrote it about me, you know? We like to take things personal. And with that comes that we take things personal, negative things. Positive things just give us delusion. They just make us delusional. Negative things, well, they dig a very large grave for our self-esteem and peace and all of these stuff. And in order to stop taking negative things personally, we also have to stop taking anything personally. Like if someone, you know, stumbles or cannot look at you or looks at you a little too long or smiles at you, or we tend to make it personally. You know, if someone sings a song about you and you know this person and they wrote that song, you're just like, it's about me. That's about me, you know? And there are millions of examples with what I cannot come up with yet. There are so many when we think that, yeah, that's about us. That's because we're so cool, we're so, you know, amazing that they can, you know, look at us or look at us a little too long, or that's why they put on this perfume, or this is why they wear this t-shirt that they have. And one time 3 years ago I told them that this is amazing shirt and they wear it not because they have it in their wardrobe, no, because I told them that's a nice shirt. We have to stop doing that also in order to stop taking negative things personally. It doesn't mean that when someone will give you a compliment, you're just like, yeah, okay. Or like, no, just, you know, watch this video. So here are some reasons why we take things personally, why we take negative things personally. First one is because we have negative self-talk going on in our head 24/7. When there is a little person in your head telling you that you're not worthy, that you're bad, this is awful, that this cannot keep going like that, it just, you just talking there to yourself. When someone else tells you, know, this outfit is crap, and you're just like, yeah, you're right. Like, I think to some extent we all will have like negative self-talk, but not like negative, but like, for example, whenever I do any of videos and I edit them, I'm just like, oh, this sucks. Like, if I were a hater and I would watch this video, I would write this in comments to this minute of this video, to this section, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not a hater, stop. And I just try to reinforce and like bring positive things into my mind, and like, okay, if that person is gonna write something like that means that something, you know, I feel sorry for them because they have something very bad going on in their life that they feel the need to tell me that I suck, that I, you know, whatever they have in their mind. And also, if like 100 people will come up to me and say like things that they don't like about me, it doesn't mean that I don't like those things. It means it's their perception of the world, it's their perception of me, and that is totally fine. Everyone has their own opinion. Second one is childhood trauma. Yeah. Not nice. I know that. Lack of emotional support and being blamed for everything in your childhood could mean that you take things personally, negative things personally. Because you've been blamed for everything. Like, oh, see, your parents broke up because of you. You were too complicated. Your family member drinks that much because you have bad grades. Recently, I watched a show, like a reality show, where they like rating like how good of a mom you are, and there was a mom who was like giving points to her daughter for not crying. Like, if she not cries for that amount of days, she will get that amount of points, and she will get the Barbie doll that she wants. Like, if you think the problem is you, yeah, but you were given it in childhood, so therapy. You know, emotionally unavailable people would win the points and get all the dolls, but also I think that's how emotionally unavailable people are made. You know, bonus point if you don't react when your dad leaves. Third one is poor self-esteem. Again, if you do not have self-esteem, or like low self-esteem or poor self-esteem, as I wrote there. It means that you will take whatever anyone will tell you. You just like, yeah, I suck. I know I suck. Like, you don't believe in me? I don't believe in myself either. Like, this sucks. Yeah, I know this sucks. I suck. I know. I'm not pretty. Yeah, you bet I'm not pretty. You know, you don't have that self-esteem. You don't have that relationship with yourself. And in order to build those relationship with yourself, I've made so many videos that you can watch, like how to be happy single, how to be less lonely, how to be happy single in 5 steps, how to be happy alone. I've made so many videos for you to just click and watch and relax and understand what's going on, what to do, and stuff like that. First one is anxiety disorder, because those who have social anxiety immensely afraid of being judged and embarrassed. And yeah, well, people will have their own opinion, whether you are a celebrity or whether you have like 5 friends, whether you're in a community where like 100 million people, or whether you're just going outside for a walk and you put on some outfit. People have their own opinions. Like yesterday, I came back home from the camp. I was there for a week, and there was a guy who was just like so far off what my beliefs are, and he would tell me like ridiculous things and things that I don't know the whole world, the woman especially, fight for I don't know 100 years, and he would like say it with a serious face, and like I don't want to give you examples, but like I was just sitting there and I was just like, yeah, okay. And he's like, you must really hate me. And I'm just like, no, it's your opinion. It's just their own opinions. If someone would come up to me and like, you know, I don't like your face, and I'm just like, okay, what do you want me to do with this? Do you want me to do a plastic surgery just so I would satisfy one person by changing my own face? Or like someone would come up to me and like, I don't like your videos, and I'm just like, okay. But there are so many people who do, me especially. Or someone would come up to me and like, oh, I don't know, I don't like your voice, it's a little too manly, and I'm just like, okay. Like there are things that someone would come up to me and said, and I would be like, well, I cannot change it, can I? 5th one is perfectionism. You cannot overthink everything. You cannot overthink every situation, everything, and that includes every negative outcome that could be there. And to add this to anxiety disorder, you might be me. 6th reason is that you feel stressed or fatigued right now. That you take things personally. And that is so true, because when I'm just like stressed or fatigued or irritated, or like I experience some kind of negative emotion, especially when I'm stressed or like tired or something like that, and people, I become so anxious just because it doesn't feel like I'm healthy, you know, or when I eat crappy for like a few days and I get like 3 hours of sleep, and people are just with their opinions or with their looks, or you know, I read so much into that. Like for example, I was talking to a guy a few days ago, and he was asking me all these questions, and I felt like I was feeling a little nauseous. I was feeling bad, and he would like ask me these questions. Really nice guy, and I just felt like he just asked me these questions and he didn't want me to hear my answers, and I would just answer, and he was like, and I read so much into that just because I was nauseous, because I felt bad, because I also was stressed and fatigued and all that. I had a conversation with him the other day, like a day after that, and I was feeling great, amazing, and that was a really great conversation, and I didn't overthink it. So it really got a lot to do with how you feel. And 7th one is emotional sensibility. You can go like take a test if you're emotional sensitive. I'm so tired of this phrase of like, oh, you're overthinking, you're taking everything too much, you just, you know, do that, you know, just, I don't like when other people tell other people to, you know, neglect your emotions. You feel sad right now, don't cry. Don't neglect your own emotions or other people's emotions, because when I read my diary, there are like entries of like, oh, I'm so in love with him, he cannot text me back, and I would read that and I'm just like, oh, so pathetic. It wasn't even that deep. But then I'm like, okay, respect your own emotions and feelings at the time, please. Because if you're not gonna, no one is gonna. Here are some signs that you take things personally and that you let other people's negative opinion of you influence you. You depend on approval of others to make you happy. Like for example, I could make this video and then I'm like, send it to someone, I'm like, oh, do you think it's a good video? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's good enough? Do you think it's not too much? Do you think like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And that is very like funny, because whenever, like for example, as a kid, I would come home from school and I would do a painting or like my grades, and I would show my grades. I'm like, oh, do you like this? Do you like this painting, mom? Do you like this grade set? Do you like all this? And we are taught to rely on other people's opinions about us, about what we do as a children. Like for example, oh, do you like this painting? Do you like this grades? Are they good enough? Are they, we crave validation from someone else, which is not a good thing. And I'm making a whole video about that also. I'm writing it currently, and yeah, cannot wait for you to see it. Cannot wait for me to write it and do all that. But like, yeah, you have to give yourself validation. If you're not gonna, and you're gonna seek it for someone else, you're gonna be in a big trouble. Second one is you apologize a lot and you're a people pleaser. I mean, I don't think I have to explain to you because I don't know you in real life. I haven't like saw you interact with other people, so I don't know if you're people pleaser, if you tend to apologize overly. You know that about yourself, so here you go. Third one is you don't set or maintain boundaries. And I know it's hard. I remember the time in my life where I was like making videos. I have like 3 videos about boundaries, and there was a person in my life who was, I was just like, I don't feel comfortable talking about that, or like, listening about that, or like, because let's not get personal, but like, because there was a reason, and I was just like, oh, I don't like that. It wasn't just like, I don't like when you breathe, I don't like your perfume, change, become a different person. No, it was just my preference. I didn't like to talk about a few things that she likes to talk about, and I'm just like, that's not, and it made us so not close. Like, we've been so close, and then I told her my boundaries, and we became so distant. And then when we became close again, she started neglecting my boundaries, and the best decision in my life was to just get the person out of my life. And now whenever I set boundaries, I stand by them, because I was relying on other people to tell me, oh, it's okay, you can set those boundaries. I was relying on her to tell me like, oh, I'm gonna still keep being friends with you if you're gonna put these boundaries. You don't feel like that? You don't feel like gossiping? I understand you, but that didn't happen. You have to do this all in your head and help yourself. First one is you're afraid to say no to a request. This is very much self-explanatory. Fifth one is you believe all harsh comments about yourself and you take them to your heart. Sixth one is you obsess over past conversations and to the point of rumination. If someone doesn't know, rumination means obsessing over events that have happened, and rumination has shown to increase stress levels, to, it doesn't do anything good. If you're gonna like ruminate all the time over past conversations, not gonna do you any good. So before I tell you how to stop taking things personally, I need to tell you some benefits of taking things personally. If you take something personally, like around friends or family and people in your life, people you actually know, not some strangers that are like, I don't like your outfit. If you take something personally, or a person you know and you know them, and they do something that makes you feel like bad, or like, you take it personally, you can tell them and say that like, oh, this hurts me, that I take this personally. When you, for example, come home from work and you're on your phone the whole time, I feel like I'm not interested in company, like it's all because of me, you're doing this because I'm boring and stuff like that, you don't love me anymore and stuff like that. And the thing about people is that they love to take things personally. So when you tell them that you feel like that you feel like that makes you feel that way, they think like, oh, this is me. I'm just a failure. Yeah, you're right. I'm just a failure. I'm going home every day and then just sit on my phone. I'm a failure. Something's wrong with me, They could take it like that. They could take it as a personal attack also. They could be like, oh, I just want to relax from like work and stuff like that. And because they take it personally also. Some say that it's like the only good factor of taking things personally, but I don't think that. Like, I don't think it's a good thing. Because most people are just gonna turn it to themselves and take it personally and be like, not thinking of what makes you feel bad, but think how how they are awful human being, or long story short, they just gonna take this personally also, and they're not gonna resolve the issue. And the only way you can resolve the issue, I'm not saying like don't communicate when it makes you hurt or something like that. Communicate that, but don't expect that person to change overnight and to understand you, because it is kind of complicated and it's kind of hard. But you can learn to do that. Not everything is a personal attack. I'm saying this to myself. Okay, here's how to stop taking things personally. First one is practice emotional resilience. You can do that, and you may ask yourself, how do I do that? That is a very nice word, but how do I do that? You have to be self-aware. You have to self-regulate, to like see your emotions and regulate your response. You know, I hate the word emotional, but don't get over, like, for example, something happened. Someone broke your mug, your favorite mug. They already broke it. There's like, I'm not telling you to neglect your emotions or suppress your emotions, but like, if someone would like come up to me and like, let's imagine this is a mug, and they would just break the mug. Me yelling, me shouting, me being mad, sad, crying wouldn't really resolve the mug, you know. And people would understand that, and people would be like, they would be like, yeah, this is normal response. They're gonna do that, and they wouldn't take it like seriously, because everyone reacts like that. If, for example, someone would break someone else's mug, they would be like, no, why would you do that? You're blind, stupid, and so on. But people don't understand that by screaming. Like, if you're gonna scream at someone, if you want them not to break your mug again or be careful or stuff like that, they're not gonna understand it that way, because you attack them. You're literally attacking them verbally. How do you want them to feel safe around you? How do you want them to like take you seriously? Not gonna happen. So if someone would like break a mug, they're like, yelling and shouting won't get you anywhere. Like, it's not good for you, it's not good for other person. You wouldn't tell that person not to do that. What you can do is normally just say, okay, that happened, I cannot really do anything about that, but please be more careful about myself and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? Second one is give people the benefit of the doubt, because you might misunderstand what they're saying, or they acted that way because there's something deeper going on within them and not because of you, or something just happened to them. Give them the benefit of the doubt, literally. Because there are so many situations when I, for example, don't have the mood to like be smiling and all that, but I need to pick up a package or like talk to someone in a grocery store, and I'm just like, I could like literally stand with that face without even knowing it, and the minute I walk out of store, I'm just like, oh man, I've been such an asshole. Like, I've been such a bad human being to that waitress, you know? And it's not about her. She's the most sweetest, I don't know, person ever, and I'm just staying there like that because I'm tired, or because someone made me mad, or because someone broke up with me or something like that, and it's not about her. She's nice. I'm going through something. Yeah, it's bad to, you know, not like show your emotions, but like be like, oh, this negative kind of person. But sometimes you have no choice, because something awful happened in your life, and you have no energy to put on a fake smile. And sometimes people in their own life feel that way, and they cannot put a fake smile for you or for anyone else. Doesn't mean that there is something wrong with them. It means something going on in their life. If that is a person in your life, if you know that person, have a heart-to-heart. Explain to them what that means to you, how may you feel, and so on and so forth. Talking is important, but not like, if it's a stranger and they look to you funny, don't go to them up and like, hey, dude, why did you look at me that way? I really want to have heart-to-heart with you, so like, here's my number, call me whenever, just call me up, you know. No, that it's not gonna be productive. Not gonna be productive. First one is learn how to stop worrying about what other person thinks of you. Easier said than actually done. There are so many videos on YouTube about that. I'm not gonna get deep into that. Fifth one is give credits to yourself for your strengths. Because when someone negatively, I don't know, says something about us, we overlook the amazing stuff we did, or the amazing stuff we do, or how amazing person we are. We're just like, oh yeah, we are only the outfit that sucks. Sixth one is try mindfulness, so you can stay in present and relieve stress. Seventh one is journal your thoughts. It helps me so much. I cannot tell you, like, journaling it on, like journaling all of that helps me so much, like so much, even more than talking to someone. It's just, I love journaling. Eighth one is repeat positive affirmations to yourself, and ninth one is probably my favorite of all of them. That's why I saved it to the end. Look at the situation from a third person. Like for example, you went to the store and person in front of you held a door for someone else but not for you. It could be that they were in a hurry but they wanted to be a nice person to that person but not to you, but you cannot see that because you're biased, because you are you and that happened to you. But like look at that situation from third person and you would get the different like view in the situation. Like you would totally get the different view in the situation. You wouldn't like take it personal because you just observing it from third person and you just like, okay, they might have done it but because of this doesn't have to do anything with that person or that person, they just did that because of, yeah, you know. Okay, this is all I have for you in this video. You can see me in a week or in a few seconds if you want to watch my videos again. And bye. I'm gonna pack for camp again, so I'll see you in a week. I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off. I'm gonna film you a video right after I'm returning from camp, but I'm gonna do that. Also, currently you're watching it, I'm in camp. If you're watching this the like first week of its release, I'm in camp now. Yeah, it's unnecessary information. I'm gonna cut it out, but love you.